Everyone says they hate winter, the cold, the darkness, the isolation. They talk about it like it's something to tolerate, something to survive until life starts again. But here's the strange part. Some people don't just tolerate winter. They come alive in it, while everyone else is counting down to summer. But you feel a quiet sense of relief when the days get shorter, when plans get canceled, when the world quiets down. You don't dread the darkness. You settle into it, and that's not a personality quirk. It's not pessimism. It's not introversion in the shallow, social sense people usually mean. It's a psychological pattern, because if you prefer winter over summer, your brain processes comfort, stimulation, and even happiness differently than most people. You're not low energy. You're not antisocial. And you're definitely not broken. In fact, there's a reason winter feels clearer, calmer, and strangely right to you. And once you understand what's happening in your nervous system, something unsettling becomes clear. Winter isn't draining you. It's protecting you. Let's talk about why. This isn't about weather, it's about regulation. Most explanations stop at personality labels. You're introverted. You like cozy things. You're just not a summer person. But that barely scratches the surface. This is about how your nervous system relates to the world. Because people who prefer winter aren't anti-fun or emotionally withdrawn. They're wired differently. Psychologically, biologically, and emotionally. And once you see it, can't unsee it. Winter isn't cold to you. It's containing. Most people experience winter as restriction. You experience it as relief, psychologically. This relates to a concept called environmental containment. Containment is the feeling that the world has edges, boundaries, limits that protect you from overload. Winter naturally provides those edges. Darkness closes the day. Cold narrows movement. Weather reduces obligation. Social expectations soften. Your brain relaxes when fewer choices are available. Summer explodes, the world open. Constant invitations, noise, movement, expectation. Winter gently closes it again. And for certain nervous systems, that closure feels like safety. Not because you're afraid of life, but because too much openness feels unregulated. Winter doesn't trap you, it holds you. Your brain thrives on low stimulation environments. Here, something most people don't realize. Not all nervous systems want more input. Some want less. If you prefer winter, you likely have a high sensory processing sensitivity. Whether or not you consciously identify as sensitive, bright light, heat, crowds, noise, constant, social energy, these don't excite you. They drain you. And summer is a season of excess stimulation. Winter turns the volume down. Softer, light, muted colors, quieter streets, fewer people, slower rhythms. This isn't boredom to you. It's regulation. Your mind doesn't feel empty in winter. It feels clear. Thoughts organize themselves. Emotions settle into focus. Your internal world becomes navigable again. Why staying in feels better than going out in summer. Staying home feels like resistance, like you're missing something. like you're opting out of life in winter. Staying in feels like alignment. Psychologists call this contextual congruence. When your behavior matches the emotional tone of the environment, winter is introspective by nature. So rest doesn't feel lazy. Solitude doesn't feel antisocial. Stillness doesn't feel wrong. You're not missing out. You're participating correctly, and your brain rewards that sense of alignment with calm, satisfaction, and emotional coherence. This is why winter often feels emotionally smoother for you. Not happier in an excited way, but steadier, cleaner, less fragmented. Darkness feels honest to you. This part makes people uncomfortable, but it matters. People who love winter tend to have a higher tolerance for emotional ambiguity. Darkness doesn't feel threatening. It feels truthful. Summer demands visibility, be seen. Be happy. Be energetic. Be expressive. Be outward. There's an unspoken pressure to perform wellness. Winter removes that performance. The dark allows reflection without explanation, mood without justification, depth without urgency, quiet without apology. You don't experience darkness as absence. You experience it as space. Space to think without being watched, to feel without translating it into positivity, to exist without producing evidence of joy. That's not depression. That's psychological permission. Winter supports the way you think. There's a reason many people feel more focused in winter. On a biological level, cooler temperatures improve working memories, sustained attention, cognitive efficiency. But beyond biology, there's psychology. Winter reduces external reward seeking, less social comparison, less performative productivity, less pressure to optimize every moment. Your mind turns inward, where your best thinking lives. That's why winter lovers often read more, write more, think more deeply, finish long-delayed projects, not because they suddenly become disciplined, but because the season cooperates with their natural mental rhythm. Winter doesn't distract you from yourself, it returns you to yourself. You're not avoiding people, you're avoiding overexposure. Here's something important. Liking winter doesn't mean you dislike people. It means you dislike constant exposure. Summer social life is expansive, spontaneous, and high frequency. Winter social life is selective, intentional, and contained. For your nervous system, that difference is everything. You don't want endless interaction. You want meaningful interaction. Fewer conversations, more depth. Winter filters out noise. What remains feels manageable and genuine. You understand something modern culture doesn't. Modern life demands constant output. Same energy, same pace, same availability, all year long. But humans weren't built that way. Historically, winter was a season of contraction, of storage, of rest, of inward focus. People who love winter intuitively understand cyclical living. Even if they've never had language for it, they know that rest isn't failure, slowness isn't weakness, withdrawal isn't avoidance, quiet isn't emptiness. Winter validates that instinct. It says, you're allowed to stop pushing. And for people who feel guilty needing recovery time, that permission is powerful. Why winter feels like emotional shelter. Think about the emotional architecture of winter. Lower light reduces overstimulation. Cold slows impulsive movement. Fewer social events reduce identity performance. It's not that winter makes you different. It allows you to be more yourself, without constant feedback, without comparison, without pressure to explain your pace. Winter doesn't ask you to be impressive. It lets you be honest. What loving winter actually says about you. If you prefer winter over summer, it likely means you value depth over stimulation. You're comfortable being alone with your thoughts. You don't need constant external validation. You process emotions internally before expressing them. You respect your internal rhythm in a loud, fast, hyper-visible world. That's not a flaw. It's a form of a psychological strength. You're not out of sync. You're just operating on a different frequency. The quiet truth about winter. People while others wait for life to resume in spring. You're already living, not loudly, not visibly, but fully. Winter doesn't energize you the way summer energizes others. It stabilizes you, and stability is the foundation of clarity. So when someone asks why you love winter, you don't have to explain the temperature. It's not about the cold. It's about the clarity winter gives you. Permission to live the way you already were. And while others are waiting for life to begin again, you've been present the whole time.